Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am Lord Ice, your host, once again. And it's time for the third, and probably final video that I'm going to be making today. We're doing Sphere of Influence. I said that I'm probably not going to be doing a lot of... I said that I'm not going to be doing story missions. I'm not going to be doing a lot of them. I'm going to be doing basically the featured missions that came out with each season. Alright, so a little bit of backstory here. At the end of the new Romulus Reputation, there is a cutscene that you unlock at Tier 5 where you find an Iconian gateway under the ruins at Mogh. Now it's time to activate it. The gateway discovered beneath the surface of Mogh is prepared and ready for activation. Because the Romulan Republic is dedicated to sharing the gateway and all we learn from it with our allies, we are inviting representatives of the Republic, Federation, and Klingon Defense Force to join us at Mogh for the first trip through the gateway. I would be honored if you would join us, Admiral. Now this is where you get the ancient omnidirectional anti-proton beam, which is nice. I actually use it on this ship. The Obelisk Subspace Rift Warp Core, which I also use. You can also get a fairly decent anti-proton array, if you like accuracy modifiers. Also, you can get the current lockbox, which if you take this lockbox you will incur the wrath of Alchemist and he will do terrible things to you. So, accept. Go to Mogh Gateway Complex. Which means you should probably be in orbit of Mogh itself and not just sitting between its stars. Start Sphere of Influence. Notice that this is going to load a little bit more quickly than a Foundry mission because this is not a Foundry mission.
It would be my pleasure.
As part of our excavations into this area, we found artifacts from a much older civilization than the one that's lived on this world. These primitive people appeared to share the planet with their gods. In actuality, a species with a much higher technological level than their own. These Daewans were abandoned when their gods left the world, but over time developed their own culture and technology. Then they found the gateway. It's Iconian, but it must have seemed almost magical to the Daewans. Using geothermal energy, they managed to activate the gateway briefly, but the reaction was too unstable. The geothermal trap caused a chain of volcanic reaction that devastated the planet. Our scientists say that the ash cloud of the sky dropping temperatures and dramatically altering the climate of much of the habitable land. Radiation levels spiked and many of the Daewans died. The survivors were retreated to underground shelters, but it was the end of their civilization. Only the flora and fauna that could adapt survived. Until we arrived. You were instrumental in helping us discover the secrets of this world. Now that we found the Iconian Gateway, we feel we could be a boon to the Romulan Republic. The entire galaxy could be at our fingertips. Notice I don't have any bridge officers with me. We don't need them.
It would be my pleasure.
Okay, so that's just that same dialogue.
Welcome to New Romulus.
I am Frenok, and I serve as a liaison officer to Deton. As you can see, we've stabilized the environment in this area as part of our investigations of the gateway. The first time you came down here, you actually needed an environment suit, because this is actually in a volcanic area. Protective gear is no longer necessary. Admiral Kirorek is waiting for you in the gateway chamber. Now, he asks you to follow him. Say no, because he's slow. It's not actually required that you follow him, you just need to meet with Kirorek. Kirorek. I kind of consider this entire map haunted, because the first time you come here there's an army of Tholians. Second time you come here this happens, and the next time you come here is in the mission that I'm wanting to do later, Blood of Ancients. And, yeah, bad things happen then, too. So this room is kind of cursed, to me, because nothing good ever happens here. Corin of the Bortasque, as she calls it. It's called Bortask. Alright, we're here to talk to Carrick. Welcome, Admiral. The Romulan Republic is here, along with representatives from our allies in the Federation and the Klingon Empire, to witness the dawn of a new age. Harnessing the power of this gateway will change everything for our people. Yes, we must be cautious. The Daewans tried to do the same thing and destroyed them. But we've been studying the gateway since Admiral Erginus helped us discover it, and we believe we understand where the Day Ones went wrong. We now have the technology and knowledge we need to successfully adapt Iconian technology for our own use. We have a few final adjustments to make and we'll be ready to... Worf interrupts.
You think you have corrected the issue? Consider what happened to the Day Ones, and what the result would be if the Romulans lose a second homeworld.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Dorn. At the time that this mission came out, he was, if I recall, the third Star Trek voice actor we got in the game after Zachary Quinto and Leonard Nimoy. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. He was the first Star Trek actor besides Nimoy and Quinto to be released into this game. We've had a couple since. We've actually got a fairly good cast now, but he was the first, this was the first, and when it came out, it blew our minds.
I have encountered Iconian gateways twice before. In both those instances, the finest commanders I ever served found the technology to be too dangerous to preserve. It is difficult to believe that you have managed to do what they could not.
The first time he found an Iconian gateway, he was on the Enterprise D when they encountered one at the Iconia system. Picard ordered it blown up. The second time, I don't remember the name of that episode, but I remember the name of the other episode. It's in Season 4 of DS9, it's called To the Death, I think. That's actually the first episode where you meet Weyoun, who is actually a really important character. Cisco also decides to blow that gateway to sky. He blows that gateway sky high. That one's on Vandros 4. Michael Dorn, for those of you who don't know, played Worf in TNG and DS9. He's a veteran voice actor, despite in TNG being... He literally told the writers, don't give me exposition, because he didn't like doing all that technobabble that TNG was so famous for. But he's done some fairly good voiceover work. He was Calibac in the Justice League anime. He did fairly well. That character didn't talk too much, but he was also the main character of the fourth Bionicle movie, Legend Reborn. He was actually Matanui, and he actually did an amazing job here, and he does an amazing job as Worf. When this mission came out, they actually retroactively voiced Worf throughout the series, like throughout the game. So, it was a nice little addition, and we've gotten even more since. So, let's get on with the mission. No problem, Admiral. Ambassador Worf was invited here because of his experience with Iconian gateways. He's been voicing his concerns with our decision to activate the gateway. My science teams are convinced that they have solved the problem of the past, but I fear that, like the Ambassador, some of my engineers have their doubts. Then why do you want to activate the gateway now? Why are you not listening to your engineers, Admiral Idiot? Detone and the Senate believe this to be an important step for the New Republic, but it is a step that we must take with our allies. We respect their opinions and want them to join us in this venture, just as the Bajorans and Federation worked in tandem when the wormhole to the Gamma Quadrant was discovered. In the interest of easing some concerns, Ambassador, I invite you to take a final check of the data. Perhaps Admiral Lurginus would be willing to assist you.
Acceptable. Admiral Carrick, I want to start by reviewing your science team's work.
Understood. You can talk to Corin, and she is voiced.
Daughter of Worf, captain of the mighty IKS Fortescue, and survivor of 100 battles.
Notice, she said Bortescue. She's incompetent. Alright, time to catch up with Worf. The captain of the Enterprise F is here as well. I'll probably talk to him when I get the chance.
I'm sorry, did you need something?
I don't mean to be so distracted, but it's taken a lot of work and a lot of late nights to get here. Finally, we're ready. We've considered everything that could go wrong and planned for any contingency. The Day Ones weren't as advanced technologically as we are. They hadn't even become a warp culture when they tried to repower the gateway. We have advantages they could only dream of having. There's some risk, of course, but anything worth doing has some risk. We wouldn't be standing on a new homeworld for our people if we hadn't been willing to take a chance and challenge the Tal Shiar.
With all due respect to you, Ambassador, I don't think there's anything to worry about.
If you want, I'll review the data my team has collected with you. Admiral Lurginus can review the power variance coefficient numbers for the Alpha, Gamma, and Delta monitors. Maybe I do need another set of eyes. I've had a lot of trouble sleeping. Also, Cooper's here.
Oh, the gateway? Fascinating. Simply fascinating.
I'm just gonna give you my opinion of Cooper right now.
Oh, the gateway?
Didn't want to talk to him. This is my opinion of Dr. Eric Cooper. You'll find out soon why I have that opinion of Eric Cooper. Access power monitors. Alright, so these 5 green numbers, we're going to need 3 of them. I'm not going to memorize them because you can just click the NPC tab and it will actually show you what the NPC said. And that's technically an NPC, so...
Were you able to find the coefficient numbers for me?
Alpha was 14.
Alpha is 14. That looks correct.
Gamma is 47.
Yes, that's correct. Gamma is 47.
Delta is 38. As you can see, Ambassador, we have the numbers perfectly in order. Does that satisfy you?
Your numbers may be correct, but have you ever witnessed the power of one of these gateways outside of a holodeck? I have. I was invited here to share my knowledge with those willing to listen. Even the best plans seldom survive contact with the enemy.
Perhaps we should speak to the engineering teams.
Yes, they've been asking for the final power variance numbers.
I'm sure Commander Mogh would appreciate the newest set of data. Onward. Who is that? Oh, that's Commander Ninyan. Remember Honor of Farasa? Or Honor of the Empire? Yeah, there he is.
I appreciate you speaking up about your concerns.
If our projections are off at all, we could end up freezing to death in caves, just like the day ones. This gateway is an extremely valuable resource, but is it worth losing everything we've built here?
Finally.
You want a full-time job here? I could use some reliable help. These aren't too bad. Better than what we had before. Maybe it'll work after all.
I agree that the simulations look promising, but I still have some concerns.
So do I. We're on a deadline.
My team has the geothermal tap operational, and with the proper numbers, we can finally align the power flow to the gateway and activate it again. I'd be happy to discuss your concerns with you, Ambassador, but I'll need someone to help with the final commands to raise the pylons while I monitor the power levels. Admiral, could you help? All of my team are busy at the tap, and it will give the Ambassador and I some time to talk. I'd ask Adrana to do it, but she's got her hands full as it is. Titan invited you here, Ambassador. He had a good reason, and he's a good man. I trust him. If he thinks you have something important to say, we need to listen.
Perhaps we can find a solution that will ensure the safety of all of us. Show me your projections.
I'll activate the consoles and monitor the power readings. Now, who are you? Oh yeah, that's Liaison Frennick. Right. Oh, hold on. Other console. Right. Frosted boots. Very useful. Yeah, just go ahead and jump over the console. It's not like it's an important piece of technology or anything. I command you to rise. This can't possibly go wrong. See? Everything's working just fine.
The numbers are good. Something seems off.
This game may or may not be exactly like the others we've encountered. Off?
Agreed. Sensor readings from the gateways I've encountered were significantly different than this. Could it be because of the power source you're using?
Readings like this make me wonder.
Maybe this isn't a one-way trip. Do you think there's something on the other side trying to get in?
The numbers aren't saying that exactly, but it's a real possibility.
I understand what the gateway means to my people, but I'm concerned about what could happen if we open it without taking more precautions. Can we add more security?
Captains Sean and Corin have been consulting with Quadrant's security forces. I will ask Torrin to deploy some of her finest warriors. I do not know Captain Sean, but he commands an enterprise. He must be a formidable man. He also has less enthusiasm for activating the gateway than others.
Yeah, that's because Sean is actually competent.
Considered all the options.
I'll go talk to Vakel, see what he wants. But first, we've got duty officers to collect, so I'm going to go ahead and collect them right quick. Awesome, critical success. Critical success. Another assignment is completing. 0G combat training crit. Awesome, 3 crits in a row. That's about 3,000 military experience. And remember, when you hit 110,000 in any school, you can turn it in for fleet marks. Vakel.
How may I assist you?
Good to see you again, Admiral. How can I assist you? Do you have a moment?
The team looks like it's almost done with the final checks. Make it quick.
Actually, Ambassador Worf has some concerns about the gateway. And because he can't come over and chat with the Starfleet officer without raising some eyebrows in his own delegation, he's sending you instead. Interesting. Tell him I share his concerns about the gateway. What does he think we should do? He wants an option to neutralize the gateway if we need to.
I'll admit I've been dubious about this project from the start.
Some things are too powerful for anyone to have. Still, it's my job to do what Starfleet Command orders, so the Enterprise is here to assist and represent the Federation. But it's also my job to protect my ship and the Federation, so I had my engineers work up some contingency plans. If Quadrant is bringing in extra ground troops to deal with any unwelcome visitors, that should help. My chief engineer worked up a few small spatial charges with enough power to take out the gateways. If we attach them to the base of the pylons, we'll be able to stop a disaster before it starts. I don't want to use them unless we have to. We're here at the Romulans' invitation, after all. But it's always good to have a backup plan. La-da-dee, la-da-da. Don't mind me, Commander Mick. I'm just planting bombs on your project. Good. He didn't notice. Now let's go to the one that he can't see and do it again.
What are you... Good idea.
Well, at least he's got some sense in his brain. Alright, Admiral. This bad idea that you insist on going along with.
If all the preparations are complete, I see no reason to delay.
Prepare to activate the gateway. What could possibly go wrong? Cutscene. Ominous music. There's nothing bad about that.
Final power transfer.
Power output rising. Levels are within expected parameters.
Activating the gateway.
Uh-oh. Something went wrong?
Attempting to compensate. No good.
Abort the mission! Shut it down. Detonating charges.
Huh. The bombs didn't work.
Everyone out of the train.
Well, that's not gonna happen. Now what?
Into the gateway. Now!
Well, if there's only one way out of the room. It's almost like something was going to go wrong. I wonder how this could have possibly happened. Well, whoever was recording this died. So, cherish that cutscene. Came to us at a great price.
I knew that gateway would be trouble.
We can't get...
The reading on where we are or how far we've traveled. The best we can figure out is that we are not in normal space anymore. And we are trapped. The scientists have been able to get a few readings from New Romulus, but the gateway was damaged. We cannot use it to return. A few people managed to grab some supplies on their way through the gateway. Might have something useful. Check the crates. Assist with the wounded. Once we have seen to the immediate problems, then we can worry about getting out of here.
Good idea. Well, Ambassador would be his official title. Data collection technology and portable sensor units, including a few tricorders. Find basic field rations and some extreme portable weather shelters. Good, in case we ever get some rain. Emergency med kits! Excellent. Rock hit me on my way through the gate. I guess it could have been worse. Could have still been there when the whole top of the cavern came down. Heal, heal, heal. Vakel! Apparently you have some medical training. Good. It's my left arm. It hurts to move it. Thanks. It feels a lot better. I think I'll be okay now. I'll be okay, Admiral. It's just a scrape. It's my ankle. I couldn't put any weight on it. I hope we don't have to move quickly. I don't think I can walk, much less run. Level 2, sprain detected. Patient should report to sickbay for regeneration. If regeneration is not available, field treatment is as follows. Rest, ice, compression, elevation. Ice. Compression. Elevation. Treatment of sprain completed. Patient should rest until they can report to sickbay.
I believe I have found a way to open this door, but it will take two of us to override the controls.
Yeah, and it takes one dumbass person to put all of their weight on a sprained ankle immediately after it was treated. When even the tricorder told them to sit down.
I think I can open this door, but I will need your assistance. Once I override the security protocols, you will need to rewire the primary motivator to release the locking clamps. Are you ready?
You mean, press the button.
Now, to see what lies beyond.
Nothing good. Scan, scan,
I
scan.
am picking up something beyond this door.
Well, it's a door. There's probably something on the other side.
My tricorder shows this to be a conference of some kind. There is another large room further down this hallway.
It's probably what hallways are for. Yeah, this bit of dialogue is dumb.
Are you detecting high trace levels of tetrion radiation?
Yes. Totally unconvincing.
As much as I hate to say this, we will cover more ground if we split up.
Agreed. We should keep in contact as we search.
Commander Nignon will accompany you.
If there's a way home, we will find it.
I will accompany you.
Alright. You're an engineer, but you're on security now. Stay here.
We will find a way out.
It's a good thing I came armed. Mako no helmet. Just in case. Huh, I wonder what these giant things are. Ambient traces of tetrion radiation, just like we were detecting earlier. Although I scanned the wrong door. This was supposed to be the third door you scanned. Oh, look, a red dot. Wonder if we're ever going to encounter that. Multi-adaptive life support system. Data shows the environment was recently adjusted for settings non-compatible with most humanoid life.
Tetrion. And we've been able to confirm that we're in subspace. There's nothing conclusive yet.
Subspace? I think we're in a medical facility, although it's not like any sickbay I've ever seen before. Sean?
This facility is mostly automated. That doesn't mean it's abandoned.
We're keeping watch for automated security. Nothing we can't handle yet, but we found something interesting in this room. Looks like some sort of targeting array. I'm going to try to find out more about it.
Maybe it's a way to open a gateway to a location without a corresponding one on the other end.
I'll check in when we know more. Sean out.
Good idea. If there is a targeting system and a medical bay, we may find the equivalent of a shuttle bay as well.
Agreed. So we're in subspace. That's a good sign, right? This is the main control console for the environmental controls in this facility. The environment can be set to accommodate a wide range of humanoid and non-humanoid species. Whoever used these controls last set the environment for breathable oxygen-nitrogen mixture that is standard for most humanoid species. You cannot determine how long it has been since they were last accessed.
We have not heard from the security detail. We need to check in with them.
Security detail, answer.
Are you sure something here is not blocking our communicators? This is suspicious. We should check in with Karn and Sean's teams.
Corin here.
We haven't found anything in this direction yet. I'll return to our starting location and find out what's happened. Good luck. Sean?
I've found what appears to be some sort of targeting system.
Huh. That's strange. What is it?
Did you hear that? Hands, look out!
Well, shit.
Captain Sean's team is in trouble. Hurry!
Guns out. Medical nanites. Sean's tricorder. It's still recording, but there's a 4-minute gap in the file. You find a Starfleet issue phaser, several adjustments to maximize its power. The work is impressive. Now, there should be a way to jump up onto this. I've done it. Probably only doable from one side. Oh well. That doesn't look like a smashed comm badge. Along with a smear of blood. That's a good sign, right?
No sign of Sean's team. We are not alone here.
Sean was carrying a kit just like this. I'm gonna stand on it. With settings for 6 coordinates. Share some characteristics with the transporter, but the technology is so far beyond what you've seen before that you're not sure you'd be able to operate it.
This does not bode well. We should rendezvous with Karn and the others.
Huh, we're coming up on a red dot. I wonder what it could be. Hey look, automated defenses. Don't bother using things like grenades against this thing. It's classified as flying, so you can't hit it. Hey look, the security team is gone.
Would not have left without their supplies or weapons. Can you hail them?
Nope.
We must find Karn and the others.
Alright, let's get moving.
Wait. I know this place. I have been here before.
Have you now?
This table. I saw one just like it when I served on the Enterprise.
Did you?
Blood. Klingon and Verosyn. Koran put up a fight.
So did Mignon! You said Verosyn blood was there.
There are data entries here that correspond to our missing people. They will be taken for examination soon.
Alright, you said you've been here before. Explain.
It was a Solanogen-based race, and I have seen this before. When I served on the Enterprise, we attracted attention of aliens who existed solely in subspace. They abducted us, experimented on us. We did not know why, but their actions went far beyond mere curiosity.
Yeah, that was an episode of TNG that I never particularly cared for, so I'm not terribly familiar with it.
We were able to stop them before they established a pocket of subspace on board the ship. but not before they send a burst of energy through. If these aliens serve the Iconians, that energy could have been a message. Quadrant was not taken without a fight. Of that I am sure. And this table has not been used yet. These aliens must be holding the others. It is only a matter of time before they will be examined as well, and the experiments can be deadly. Everyone here is in danger. We must find and free them.
Alright, let's get moving. Come on, Worf, you're not that old. You're only, what, 50,
There is
60?
a holding area down this hall. We should... Automated defenses. Defend yourself. That Guardian was damaged by a disruptor. Corin's work.
Yeah, good on her. Wonder if I can heal it. Nope. And it's unaffected by AoE heals. Huh. Good to know. I wonder what that weird circle icon is for. Oh, it's Iconian.
We can overload the power cell from that Guardian. It should blast through the door.
Activity log. 012778. Perimeter sweep complete. No anomalies found. 046588. Perimeter sweep complete. No anomalies found. 065422. Unauthorized gateway access detected. Dispatching sentries. 066452. Unauthorized beings found. Taking appropriate measures. 066458. Unauthorized beings apprehended. Taken to holding cells to avoid examination.
Be ready. There may be more Guardians beyond this door.
So that means guns out, right? Guns out. Boom. Now, first things first. Take out the Guardian. I don't deal in half measures. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this trionium gas right quick. Bam, 7 trionium. Interesting. Oh yeah, that's right. There's a bonus. There's a bonus R&D weekend going. No, I'm pretty sure it's trionium gas that I was needing for a while. Yes, it was. Excellent. Just because I have to disable all of them. Someone tried desperately to escape that one. Huh.
I don't see Captain
The thing I like about this guy is he has Borg implants, but he's very clearly not quite Borg. Wonder what he is.
I don't see Captain Sean or Mike.
Where are they?
There's no more time.
We need to stop wandering around this place and get back to Mogh. Staying here is only going to get more of us killed.
No. There is still someone missing who could be saved. We are not leaving without them.
He's right, we keep looking. I'm eating Kit Kat bar, by the way. Aliens! Ready?
Enemy target contact.
First blood. Oop, he was exposed. Death! Huh, conveniently nothing left. Captain? Captain Sean, can you hear me? Don't die! Sean is pale and unresponsive. His breathing is shallow and his pulse rate is dropping. He requires immediate medical attention. A tricorder scan shows that Sean's left arm and both antennae have been surgically amputated and then reattached. An unknown foreign substance has been introduced into his lymph nodes, and his superior vena cava has collapsed. Sean's cardiovascular and lymphatic systems have been seriously damaged by the experiments. He requires immediate medical attention. The suggested procedure is to regenerate the veins, restore the circulatory function, and purge the lymph nodes. Regenerate, restore, purge.
What happened? How... Can you help Mike?
We're about to find out. A quick tricorder scan reveals that Mike's blood has been completely replaced with a synthetic liquid polymer. Even immediate medical attention would be no help. He's dead, Jim. His family and friends will want to know what happened. It may not provide comfort, but it could provide closure. You carefully remove his communicator and identification so they can be returned to his loved ones.
There's nothing more we can do here.
If we want any hope of finding other survivors or stopping what's happened on Mogh, we need to keep moving.
Agreed. The best way to honor Mayek's memory is to save his new home.
Agreed. Huh. That's not something you see every day.
The gateway energy signature is emanating from somewhere across this expanse. We need to find a way across.
My scans indicate there's some sort of control system at work.
Perhaps we can use that to activate a connection to the next platform.
I'm picking up more of those automated defenses.
They're at my tricorder's maximum range, but they will be upon us quickly. The wounded are too weak to put up a fight. We should cross quickly and make our stand from a position of strength.
You should scout ahead. Karn and Sean will remain with the injured and defend them if the Guardian drones arrive.
Now there is an Easter egg on this map,
We will escort the others when the way is clear.
and I'll do my best to find it if I can remember, because it's been a couple of years since I did this mission, so I don't quite remember where it is. That looks like Earth. Alright, given... I think that's... Korea... No, it's not Korea. Is it Korea? System, Soul, Dominant Species Human, Servitor Presence, Level 4 Surveillance in effect. Ideal site for harvesting. Servitor races have used disease epidemics and internal conflicts in ancient past to gather specimens for study. They've been studying us for centuries. Population is numerous but mostly peaceful. Poor candidates for servitor status, high creativity levels, and self-preservation instinct make them inclined to fight rather than submit when faced by overwhelming force. See Borg for more information. Can be aggressive when threatened. Recommended that all activities in system be covert until invasion is launched. Target for extermination. If Sol system is eliminated, models show that the political entity known as Federation may collapse.
The Sol system. Earth.
Right, so if that's... I think that's Thailand, which means Earth space dock should be over that way. Go ahead and extend these bridges that aren't like green, because those are part of the Easter egg. You need to extend all the bridges. These blue symbols are the ones you actually want to follow for the primary objective, though. Huh, the hologram is gone. Or was it a hologram? Huh, a big green planet with red space around it. I wonder what planet this could be. System, Kronos. Dominant species, Klingon. Servitor presence, level 4 surveillance in effect. Aggressive warlike species dominates this area of space. Strong tendencies to fight rather than submit. Harvesting programs in the past have been problematic, only successful when used in concert with internal conflict. Possible candidate for servitor race if key members of government and entities known as Great Houses could be used to direct rest of population. Military structure in most organization makes population already accustomed to taking orders from superiors. Recommends study of honor in society for use as a tool for control. If population can be absorbed into servitor species, it would make a great addition to our fighting strength. If they cannot, extermination must be swift. We cannot give the Klingons a chance to organize against us.
Kronos. This is not a holodeck. It is a live image of my world.
Then again, we are in subspace, so we might actually be just like in subspace near Kronos. Love that little fade shift that they've got in this map. It's awesome. System. Vandros 4. Dominant species. Dominion. Servitor presence. Level 9 surveillance in effect. Dominion scientists discovered an intact gateway 37 cycles ago, but it was destroyed by opposition forces before they could activate it. Well, it was active when they arrived. There are other gateways in this region that remain inactive. Agents are in place to stop the Dominion from discovering the location of these gateways before we are prepared. As to the Dominion themselves, we recommend observation, but no engagement. The Dominion are organized and used to subjugating large numbers of species spread across a large area of space. When the Alpha and Beta quadrants are firmly under our control, then we will have the resources needed to conquer the Dominion as well.
Vandros 4. I remember this world. We found an Iconian gateway there during the Dominion War.
Actually, it was during the Dominion Cold War, technically, right before the Dominion War. It's actually in the Gamma Quadrant. Remember, extend all the gateways. We'll be coming back to this one, though. System. New Romulus. Dominant species. Romulan. Servitor presence. Level 8 surveillance in effect. Survivors of Romulan extermination have gathered on site of former Day One homeworld. They have uncovered sites belonging to servitor races and are attempting to reactivate Gateway. If Gateway is successfully activated, they may threaten the entire network. Attempts to use Elachi to eliminate threat unsuccessful. Alliance with Tal Shiar problematic. Romulans as a species show more self-determination and willpower than in previous observations. Leader known as Sela must be controlled or eliminated. Several key members of Romulan Republic Gateway research team have been taken for additional study without their knowledge. Brain scans of researcher Adrana have yielded vital information about Project. That's why she hasn't been sleeping well. Agents have used that information to destabilize Gateway. If activated, seismic instability will affect the entire planet. Expected outcome is 70% reduction in population. Remaining survivors must not be allowed to form organized groups. Recommended subsuming them into Elachi as soon as possible.
New Romulus. The tectonic activity is getting worse. We must find a way to stop it.
This is not a place to use frosted boots, by the way. You will slide off the platform. It'll teleport you back to the last platform you were at instead of killing you, but just better not to fall off. System. Iconia. Dominant species. None. Servitor presence. Level 1 surveillance in effect. The homeworld is still unsuitable for habitation, although servitor races have begun subspace modifications in preparation for invasion. When Quadrant is pacified, we will use forced labor to terraform our world for our return. All must be as it was.
I know this planet.
Yeah, you were there when the Enterprise found it. Go ahead and extend the platform. Extend this platform. System, Quora. Dominant species, Quarren. Servitor presence, level 6 surveillance in effect. Industrious and technologically advanced planet. Extremely low level of automation means population must constantly refresh workforce. Use of radioactive mines to infect ships' crews and bring them to Quora is interesting, but ultimately inefficient. We would require greater amounts of loyal servitors to pacify Delta Quadrant than this method would provide. Recommend cooperation and eventual inclusion as a servitor race. In exchange for their loyalty and detailed information on their indoctrination techniques, we will alleviate their manpower problems.
The Delta Quadrant? Does the Iconian influence reach so far?
Yes. Now you can go down these ramps, and there are like Easter eggs and stuff. In fact, I'll go ahead and show you one of them. Well, there's not Easter eggs, it's just the consoles here don't quite work. Current status, ship, Obelisk 1, Servitor, Solanae. Status, ready to deploy. Activation codes, authorized. Waiting for navigational input. Huh, a ship. When this mission was first released, there was actually a ship that came with it. So, yeah, that was a thing. Now, that's the last bridge to extend, so we're going to go back now. I'll show you how to collect the Easter egg, but I don't need to because I've already collected it. You can collect it more than once, but they are limited to the Obelisk Carrier or Advanced Obelisk Carrier, which is the ship that you got with the mission. The advanced version can be gotten from the Lobby store, and the regular one can be gotten at the Spire for Tier 1. Matter of fact, Holdings, Spire, Tier 1, new provisioned requirements. Obelisk Carrier all. So you can buy the Obelisk Carrier from the fleet store. I'm gonna grab the Trionium because I need that, because I'm out of it and need lots. Use console. Alert! Safety measure Theta 6 in effect due to gateway instability. All space gateways for large ship movements have been withdrawn to subspace until network instability is addressed or proper activation codes are transmitted. Ship gateways, you say? Huh. I wonder what that could be. Washikdala. Use console. Alert. Connection to gateway network unstable. Immediate attention required. Gateways 7,255. Gateways inactive 5,967. Gateways damaged or inoperative 880. Alert. Gateways in Andromeda active. Alert. Unauthorized connection to network detected in Hobus system. The screen is going to appear to lag while I do a little bit of math. The Iconians have 408 active gateways that are undamaged. I think I have to use all of the consoles in the unneeded areas, by the way. So I probably got something wrong. About to find out, because I'm going to go to the little yellow section. Did I not extend the yellow gateway? Or yellow bridge. Because you need to extend all of them. Then use console. Storage facility Z98. Purpose supply and transport servitor troops during expansion and pacification action. Capacity 4.7 million units. Docking stations 220. Current status error. Alert! Storage facility Z98 has been in stasis mode for error cycles. Connection to gateway network unstable. What was that? Open hidden compartment? You get a pair of advanced obelisk swarmer hangar pets. However, they can only be equipped on the obelisk carrier, so they're kind of useless. You can get versions that are not bound to that ship in the Spire store. The Spire equipment store. So go ahead and do that, because they're actually like the #1 DPS pets if you've got a hangar slot. I personally prefer runabouts because tractor beams and chronoton torpedoes, and if you've got the elites, they've also got eject warp plasma, technically tetrion plasma. Toddle on back to the final objective. So yeah, that's the little Easter egg. You can get a pair of free pets for your obelisk carrier. Although, not a lot of people fly the obelisk carrier, so it's not as useful. Just figured I'd include it because it's there. I think there's an accolade for getting it, but I've gotten all the accolades in this mission that I'm aware of, including the one for jumping off the platforms. So yeah, there are accolades in this mission. Alright, Worf, kick bricks.
This appears to be some sort of master control panel.
You don't want to zoom out for this bit.
To open the gateway. Can we access the database? We must know what the Iconian plans
Breaking
are.
damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
He wasn't exposed when I fired on him. Uh-oh.
We need to download the data and move everyone here before more Guardians arrive.
Summon, 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 summon. Reroute power, reroute power. Ah, here we are.
I will remodulate the power system while you reroute.
Ooh, pretty hologram.
Start. Spider's Iconian gateways.
Look! That's the new Romulus gateway.
Which one? How can you tell? There should be a way to tell the new Romulus one. But I can't see it right now. Reconfigure controls. Yellow, yellow. 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 Blue, yellow, blue. Blue. Yellow. Blue. It's basically a game of Simon Says. Blue, red, red. Green, green. Blue. What? Blue, green, green, yellow. Blue. Green. Green. Yellow.
The gateway on New Romulus was reset.
Yeah, it was reset.
It wasn't the only one.
Those ones that are lighting up, they're all turning on.
As you download the data. The paths are retracting.
Yeah. All of the gateways in the galaxy just activated.
Hear that? That
Find the most relevant files.
Security reinforcements are inbound. We should use this gateway.
Download data to tricorder.
Out of time.
I have downloaded what I can. It is time to leave. We have cut the network's connection to the new Romulus gate, which should stabilize the situation there. There will be some damage on New Romulus, but it could have been far worse.
Geronimo! What is this?
This is a bridge. We have walking wounded, but some of us can still serve. Where do you want us?
Well, let's find out what this place is. Where are the controls? This appears to be a tactical console which controls the ship's shields and power levels during combat, with secondary access to weapons. Captain Sean would be the most effective officer here. So he's going to run over and take command of this station. This panel provides bridge control for engineering functions, including damage control. Captain Corrin has the necessary experience for this station. I think that's the helmsman's seat. This is primary weapon control. You can think of no one better suited for a position like this than Ambassador Worf. Former tactical officer of the Enterprise? Yeah. And who is going to command this ship then? Huh, who else? Sensor and deflector dish control. Although Adrena lacks combat experience, she is the best choice for this situation.
We have saved the Romulans' home world, but the gateways are open now. All of them. We do not know who will use them. It may be the Alachi, or it may be something far worse. We must warn everyone of what is coming.
Receiving tactical telemetry. I'm detecting another gateway in the Juret system.
Juret.
It's big. Ship-sized.
The gateway is transmitting a high-band subspace signal. Sensors are picking up Elachi ships on an intercept course.
I suggest we go there and contact New Romulus for reinforcements.
Agreed. Can we use that gateway?
Not from here. I can make a gateway for us and set a destination close by, though.
Make it so.
Taking us out.
Little of developer trickery there. Loading Juret system.
Sensors show that we are in the Juret system.
Before I finish that dialogue, got a little bit of things to do. Hangar bay. Where do I want to... Actually, yeah, the hangar base can stay there. Gotta reconfigure the power levels because, yeah. Should also turn on the bridge officer UI for this one. You can tell that I'm used to doing things like this. Drip engine power as low as can be. That should be good. Alright, you go there, you're useless. Set everything to auto-fire by right-clicking on it. And if it is green, get it off my power tray. Auto-fire confirmed. I actually don't like torpedoes to auto-fire. I like to have precise torpedo control. Because torpedoes are best used against bare hull. Well, except for these, because these are transphasics, right? Not gonna need you. You go there. Probably gonna cut this part out, so, cut. And we're back, folks. I've gone ahead and got my power tray shit set up, and we are ready to talk to Worf.
Sensors show that we are in the Juret system.
Juret.
Systems are all reading normal. Object sighted near the ship. It is an Iconian gateway.
You mean that giant thing? I wouldn't have guessed.
I'm very glad to see you all safely returned. When the quakes began, we lost all communications with the gateway chamber and feared the worst. But where did you go? Through the gateway? And what is that ship? I've never seen anything like it.
I'll provide a full report as soon as I can. Suffice it to say that we had to open the entire Iconian gateway network to save Mogh.
You reset. Elements preserve us.
There could be hundreds of 8s. Thousands. 408 that are still operational and undamaged. Are they all active now? Yeah. There was a ship-sized gateway hidden here. You might want to come and look.
Enough talk. The gateway is transmitting a signal. I am and picking up a corresponding one from an entire fleet of Alachi ships on an intercept course. Send every available ship. We must fight if we are to survive.
Sending reinforcements now. Good luck. May the elements protect us all.
We will hold off the Alachi until Allied
Command,
forces arrive.
intercept. Launch swarmers. This is a carrier, and this is actually the Obelisk carrier that you were supposed to get with the mission. That was limited time only, but now you get it on the Spire.
Federation ships are reporting to our location.
Command, attack. Refresh the pets.
We need to hold the Alachi until reinforcements arrive.
Understood.
More Alachi inbound. Hold them off.
Base of maneuvers Sean 6. Feedback pulse active. Feedback pulse is a nifty science bridge officer ability. It causes a % of damage caused to you to feed back to the person that did it. There's the Enterprise Odyssey class. Beautiful ship. It's a Shashar. This looks like a job for Hollow Fleet. Keep popping out more fighter pets. And that's it. We're done. Okay. Just go ahead and make sure all the fighter pets are out. And then here's another good thing. If you tell them to do command recall, they will actually all come back and dock with you. That is a feature on all carriers, and indeed any ship with a hangar bay. So dockety dockety dock, dockety dockety dock dock, and last one's in.
There is still the matter of what to do about the gateway. That discussion cannot be delayed.
Agreed.
The Alachi forces have been destroyed. No further hostiles inbound. Captain Shaw, the Enterprise should scan the gateway. You need to know more.
Agreed. But we should destroy that gateway now, while we still have the chance.
No! That gateway is in Romulan space. It belongs to the people of the Romulan Republic.
Another invading force could arrive at any moment.
Free fight, Captain.
Corin, prudence is not cowardice. The gateways are powerful. They may be too much for any of us to control.
We should disable it before it becomes another threat to the Romulans, and to us all.
How is this different from the wormhole near Bajor? This is a strategic and scientific asset, and it belongs to my people. Captain Sean, if you destroy the gateway, I can assure you that Titan will reconsider our friendly relations with the Federation.
The Klingon Empire will fully support our Romulan allies in this matter.
Enterprise to Captain Sean. Sir, we've been scanning the gateway.
What did you find?
The terminus is at a fixed point now. We can determine that. But then, I don't know what we picked up, but the monitors on the bridge are all showing an Omega. We're locked out of the computer, and engines are offline. We need you back on the Enterprise, sir.
I see. That changes things significantly.
Indeed it does. I should return to the Borderscape. Worf will be waiting. Corin to the Borderscape. One to transport.
Bortask!
Immediately.
God.
Ambassador, it was a pleasure to work with you. I wish we could have had that talk.
Agreed. Another time. Send my regards to your chief engineer, Captain.
I'll let Chief O'Brien know.
That is actually the son of Miles O'Brien. It is Kiriyoshi.
Directly to my ready room.
He was born on DS9.
It was a glorious battle. You have won much honor for yourself and your allies. It seems there are larger conflicts that all of our people will need to face. If we are to survive, we may need to face them together. It was an honor to fight beside you.
And that's Sphere of Influence. If you don't know why the Omega was significant, you haven't been playing this game. It is from the Omega Directive, which was a Voyager episode which revealed a super secret Federation thing where we would detect the most powerful molecule known to exist and try to blow it up because it's dangerous. Yeah, we detected lots of them on the other side of that. That leads directly into the Solanae Dyson Sphere and Season 8's content. So, after that, you get, well, you go to the Dyson Sphere. You wind up, joining Dyson Joint Command and helping them with missions there. Like, doing all of this stuff, fighting the Voth. And then you get a Step Between Stars, which we'll do next time. For now, this is Lord Ice signing off, so you can see you out there.